Hello, this is Mercury Rises from Clash of Empire, now called Last Land, and I did a previous video about the captain mission, and I do apologize if I repeat anything, as I'm not sure where I left off. I've been working on my little helpful castle. It's not a captain, but I'm helping two players that are captain, and several of our alliance members came over to help. It seems like the newer kingdoms have a lot more experienced players, or older players, or captains than they do the noobs, or the new players, and those who are new to the game. So what I had discovered was, because I came into the kingdom just after it opened, and started my castle then, rather than having an already made castle that was full of troops, I was very low on troops, and I couldn't do an accurate treasure trial without troops. So, I've been able to do captains before without even going through the Merlin. I literally get up to like level 30 or whatever the game requires for prizes, and then I quit because I don't like Merlin. Now, Merlin can get you gold, and it can get you training speed, and it gets some resources. So, it is a good game inside the game to play. I just don't really care for it too much. My sons really like doing it, and sometimes I can talk them into doing it. But today they were busy, so I had to do it myself. And so I'm playing Merlin. I'm trying to get training speed because I need more troops. Now, my castle level is low compared to the kingdom, as it was coming on about 14 hours or so. I was probably down to castle rank 110, but yet my treasure trial was around rank 7. So I don't know how many of the players aren't playing it because they may not know to play it or to keep playing it. Or maybe they're hiding their power and they don't play it. It's probably something I should do. I think that sometimes the players get very curious and a little bit competitive. I've had one other gentleman do that when my treasure trial score was so high. Now, cavalry doesn't typically do very well in treasure trial. In the beginning it does, because I have to use all my troops, including the archer, even though I don't have any statistics on that. But the statistics are so close together between the guard and the archer and the cavalry, then it just all works. But as you get into needing to form the actual troop, to do only guard and only horses, or only guard and some spear and horses, or only guard and archer, when you're doing it that way and you're actually doing the math and the gradiating of the troops, then it does make a difference, and cavalry doesn't typically do very well in treasure trial or befall. So anyway, I digress. I apologize. Okay, so I went to the new kingdom and I just started doing what I normally do. I build the castle, and then I upgrade the wishing well. I upgrade the university. I do all the relevant military research. Now I do the research for Magic Mine, and I upgrade the market, and then I upgrade the wall, and I repeat. As I am upgrading the castle, and I notice that the troop buildings need to be upgraded, or say the game makes me do it, then I upgrade the training facilities as needed. And that would be the barracks and the stables. So I got to C14, where my line comes out, and I have difficulty getting line shards, and especially with as quickly as I upgraded this time, that the lion is just not there. The power of the lion is not there because I have not been killing monsters and, that kind of thing for days before we went to the kingdom, like I normally would when I had a captain. So the captains get kind of a head start, and I didn't have that head start. So my lion's kind of weak. I might consider going and smacking the guy who insulted me earlier today, but apparently I'm not supposed to do that. But anyway, I need to get my lion stronger and figure out some way to do that. Now, some ways to do that in other, say if you're looking for lion, or looking for Lord experience, or you're looking for VIP or lion experience, you can go into vendor and get those things on sale with the extra gold. But the one thing I know that I missed telling you in the last video is that all of the extra gold goes to heroes. It goes to the hero cards, so you can open up the heroes and you can pick which heroes you want and assign them, and then juice those heroes. Now, there was some misinformation that was given in the beginning of my game, and there's misinformation that I have noticed has been given actually recently. The hero shards, all of the purple and gold ones, are to be saved. Now, there's a few reasons for that, but in the very beginning of my game when I was corrected, see, I thought I was supposed to collapse all of them but 5. But I decided only to collapse the rest of them besides the 8 for Polar Desert. So I kept the stars for Polar Desert on some of those heroes. And I actually had used some of those, and then I was told not to do that. Only put hero experience on the 5 that you have assigned, and keep on putting stars on all of them. Now, if there's a few heroes and you're an experienced player, obviously, like for me, I do collapse Cleopatra because I never want anybody to use her. I collapsed Eleanor because I've never ever used her for anything. And I used to collapse Richard, but now I like Richard, so I don't do that anymore. And I collapsed Mary. Now, if my Mary were to outdo my Richard, I might want to keep her. So my recommendation is always, always, always just keep on putting stars on the purple and gold heroes unless you start playing with multiple accounts and you decide, hey, I just never ever use that hero, and I never will. So some of these heroes will be used in Polar Desert at C19. You're going to, and then you're going to upgrade the hero hall, and you'll get mini plots inside of Polar Desert. You'll need heroes for that. So you'll have your 5 assigned heroes that you put hero experience on, and then you'll have the heroes that go into Polar Desert that will only have stars. Now the stars give the heroes the most power, not the hero experience. Collapse the blue ones so you have extra hero experience, but all in all, it really is the stars that make the biggest difference. So a 10-star Richard actually has more power with no hero experience than my 6 or 7-star Deodora with 50 hero experience. So anyway, okay, so also you're going to need some of those heroes for Atlantis. If you play Atlantis the way I play Atlantis, I play Atlantis by training a whole lot of troops and then using multiple heroes. So I like to have lots of stars on my heroes for that reason. Now back to the captain. You want to keep all the shards of all your heroes except for the blue ones. You want to go ahead and collapse those and use that hero experience on your assigned heroes. When I had just discovered something today, it used to be you needed to be C19 to produce an Atlantis. That is not the case anymore. You only need to be a C16. As soon, and so then I pushed up my C14 right away to C16 today when the reset happened and all my prizes came in, because I did not know that you could start Atlantis at C16 without buying something. So you can produce in Atlantis at C16, and if you can push your castle up to C16 and then you will also be able to get T6 out, then you will have much better troops in Atlantis. Now Atlantis is actually better with T8, but if you learn Atlantis and you become experienced at Atlantis, then T6 is fine. T6 and T7, they're fine. You will simply know how to play it. So at C16, you can go into your Polar Desert and go ahead and get Atlantis started. And with every captain or new kingdom, you have a 30-day trial in Atlantis. Now, the number one thing is for your castle is statistics. Statistics, statistics. Not the castle level, not the troop level, just the statistics. The things that are most important of what I have found are the lion, the equipment, and gems come at 7 weeks. The glory, which the glory usually comes within 25 days, I think, or maybe 30 days, or C25, whichever comes first. And then number 4 is Atlantis. So you want to get out there and get that going because you don't have glory right now. And the lion is hard to push right now. So I hope that helps. Thank you and have a nice day.